The Icons of Real Estate Podcast. Are you ready to learn the proven money-making secrets from top-producing Icon agents? Ready to skyrocket your business? This podcast is for you. Tune in every week with your host, Tomasz Fonseca, and find out how to implement proven strategies to 10 times your business, from $3 million to $30 million in just 12 months. Brought to you by the Masters in Real Estate Marketing, Arter SEO.
Well, guys, and welcome back to the show. Today, I have the absolute pleasure of introducing a real powerhouse in the real estate industry, Deidre Quinn. Now, Deidre isn't just about transactions, she's all about relationships. Now, her business thrives on repeat clients and referrals, proving that genuine connection and top-tier services are the foundation of long-term success in real estate. Now, today, she's here to share her insights on building lasting client relationships, the importance of authentic communication, and some of the fun and inexpensive ways she keeps in touch with her network. Now, if you're looking to take your client retention game to the next level, this episode is for you. Deidre, welcome to the show. How are you doing?
Well, I'm great. Thank you for having me. I'm thankful for the opportunity to be here.
No, it's an honor to have you on. Now, we'll dive straight into your, say, real estate journey and spare no details, please. Let's go back to the beginning, back in time. How did it all begin? How did you get into real estate, and what made you choose that decision?
Yeah, well, I was in corporate America, and my uh, my job was kind of becoming negative, right? So I
Mhm.
was investigating internal theft for retail companies,
Wow.
and yeah, so basically I was, doing the investigation, terminating employees for internal theft, and it became somewhat negative from the day to day. So I was really looking for a positive way to impact people's lives and make a career change. I had always loved real estate, what I knew about it at the time, meaning, um, just everything from seeing a house to the thought of investing and building wealth through real estate. And I did come from, a family background where my parents were licensed as well. So I did have some of that history and firsthand knowledge, and I really felt that it was a great career path for me to go and to be able to change people's lives and make a difference.
Most definitely, it's very rewarding when we get that tough transaction done and everyone has smiles on their face and high fives all around, and it's like we become their family, isn't it? As well. Now,
It
just
sure
when
is.
it comes to your business, built on referrals, what's your secret to maintaining such strong client relationships?
Well, I mean, first of all, I think when you're working with the client, that it's all about the client, 100% about the client. It's not about anything other than their best interests. And, sometimes it's not the right property for them, or maybe they decide it's not the right time to sell, or whatever that is. um, it's okay. That business always comes back, and I only want what's best for them. So if they decide it's not the right time, or if it's not the right house, I'm always even pointing out why it might not be the right house. I'm pointing out every flaw that I can possibly, see, or to really make them think through, and their decision on which house they're choosing on the buy side, and helping them decide when or if it's the right time to sell on the sell side. So I think, being all about the client, my clients know that. They know that it's really all about them. And um, that business comes back time and time again because it's genuinely about them and their interests.
Well, most definitely, keeping in touch and just making sure you know they're there for you. Now, you connect with your clients like 33 to 36 times a year that I've seen. What are some of your favorite ways to keep in touch?
So that's my favorite part of I love every aspect of the business, but that's my favorite part because I really do love you build this relationship with your clients, and I really do love keeping in touch with them after, right? So we build kind of a plan around that. And back in the day, like I mean, think years ago, I was that kid with that long phone cord down the hall where I was always on the phone. Remember that? Maybe you don't remember, but I'm dating myself. But that I loved being on the phone. I loved talking to people, and I'm still that way. So literally, part of our plan is, we do a mix of things. We send email newsletters out, we send mailers out, we also make personal phone calls, and that's like my one of my favorite things is to make personal phone calls. And it's not about, oh, are you ready to buy or sell a house today? It's, how are you and how is, your family, or how are you doing and how's your job going, and just really genuinely how they are. And it's really keeping in touch that way. And I enjoy that part so much. And we get also, kind of creative and silly, maybe corny, you might call it, but I'll share some of our like favorite like mailer things. And
Yeah,
we get
what's the most creative or corny mailer you've sent, and how did like the clients respond?
yeah, so one of my favorite, and I'll tell you the 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 great part of it, and I'll tell you the not so great part of it, because nothing goes off without some mistakes here and there, right? So I'll share that with you as well. But one of my favorites is we did an extra gum mailer, right? So we got
Okay.
all these packs of extra gum, and we did this nice flyer that said, the difference between ordinary and extraordinary. Extraordinary is that little extra. And we packaged them all nicely, and we put them in these bubble wrap mailers. And we sent out about, I don't know, 500 or something of these mailers. And so we had taken them to the post office, and we had them, weighed, and they said, okay, like it's going to be, this much postage. We postage them all, we mail them all off. Well, maybe a week or so later, we get these bags back to our office of all these mailers that they were like, no, well, these didn't fit through the machine and whatever. So we had to like then repostage so many of them to go out. And it was a little bit crazy, because you learn from your mistakes, right? So we had taken it to the post office, but now I actually take it to a specific post office and see a specific couple of people that really pay attention to the envelope size, and they pay attention to, the thickness of it if it's going to go through the machine, so that we get that postage right now. But, we got a lot of feedback from that. And, that's just one example. A few others that we've done is, we'll do like, eyeglass cleaners, and, they'll be like branded, and it'll say something like, let us help you clear away the smudges and understand the market, or something like that, so
Love it.
we do some fun like mailers, and just some things that kind of bring a smile to our people's face. And it's a great way to stay in touch that way. So those are, and we have fun creating it, and then we have fun, afterwards getting the feedback from it.
I love it. How do you stay in balance and like well, how do you balance staying in touch doing all of this without coming across like too salesy?
It's never ever about a sale,
Uh,
right? Like, we don't, if someone gets our mailer, and they'll think of us, and if they want a home valuation, or if they want to know about the market, they'll reach out to us and ask. And I feel like I'm always one phone call or one click away, because I'm either calling them, or we send something, or they might get a magnet or get something else from us. And it's never about, oh, well, here's this. Do you want to sell your house? Like, that's not why we do it. It's really just to keep in touch, and to stay top of mind. And it's harder once you lose track of people and lose touch with them for years to reconnect. So it's they're all just ways that we stay in touch on a regular basis.
I love it. Could you share with us, say, a story where a small gesture like this, staying in touch or the gum or the mails, turned into a big opportunity?
Yeah, so I
You
mean
probably
it,
have
it
many, but just maybe a memory.
yeah, there are many. There are many. And I will just tell you that one just recently, and to preface that, like over 95%, between 95 and 97% of our business each and every year comes from repeat clients and referrals. Okay, so um, that just speaks volume in that the system, it works to stay in touch with people and and to do that. So I do a program called through another company, and we have um, a certain number every year of our top clients that have done business with us, meaning a couple transactions, referred us transactions. So we have like a cutoff and a number, and then every quarter those people get a special gift.
Okay.
And those gifts range, but they're nice. I mean, sometimes some of the gifts that have gone out are like wool dryer balls. It might be like some kind of a cookbook or something like that, right? So they're nice, like nice gifts, thoughtful gifts, things that people enjoy and use. We get a lot of positive feedback on it. And we do that for our clients that are always keeping us top of mind. And we, just like to um, send them a gift on a quarterly basis. So we do that, through a company, actually. We pay a company to do that. So they go out somewhat automatically. And, we're just engaging with people. And just last week, one of those clients, thought of me and gave me a, top referral that's going to be moving to the US from out of the country. And I'm quite honored that, that I was thought of.
Oh, amazing. I love that. So what advice would you give to, say, agents looking to improve their client retention and get referrals just like you are doing?
Create a plan, because if you just say, oh, I'm going to keep in touch, days go by, you don't make calls, you don't send out a mailer, you don't get it together. So we start in October, November, developing our plan for the following year.
Mhm.
And not everybody's going to open an email. Not everybody's going to want to talk to you on the phone. Not everybody is going to want to text. Not everyone's going to open their piece of mail. So everyone responds to communication differently. So our plan encompasses so many different ways, right? So in those 36 touches, we do um, a monthly newsletter. And that monthly newsletter includes personal things of where we're eating, certain restaurants. It includes things going on around our markets. And then we will do some of the other mailers that I mentioned. And then we have quarterly like texts and phone calls where we really actively reach out to our clients to communicate directly with them and just see how they're doing. And it's great to hear about how they're doing in their new home and how they're settling in, or, the changes that they make to their home. So, what I would say is create a plan and follow it. And that will help you to each step of the way, make sure that it actually happens and implement it.
Planning, 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 guys. So you're hearing this? Planning. If you don't know where you're gonna go around in circles. Or you might not go anywhere at all. But no, thank you, Deidre. Um, so just moving on to regards to the industry, most recently we've had Trump come in, we've had the base rates increase, what else have we had? We had COVID before that. How has the industry changed for you, and what strategies are you seeing that you've had to either change or add into what you're doing that will just ensure much more client workflow and success?
Yeah. So I'll address that in a couple different ways. So first of all, during COVID, we were all in lockdown, and our area was locked down for a longer period than even some. And we like racked our brains as a team saying like, okay, well, what can we do for our clients? Like, just knowing how people were feeling and how we felt. And so that's when our one of our events actually started, right? So we do a big pie event every year, and it's right before Thanksgiving. And So that year we said, you know what, like what can we do? So what we decided to do was that we bought 100 apple pies, and one of my team members and myself, both of our fathers, drove us around for the entire day. We started around 7:30 in the morning, and we didn't get done till after 9 at night. And we
Wow.
hand delivered 88 pies to our clients' doors.
Great.
And it was so heartwarming to see people. And I mean, people, it was COVID, but people hugged us anyway, and they were like thrilled to see us, and they told us like stories about their families that we never would have, heard otherwise. And it was just a very touching, heartwarming time. And we continue that, and it just grew in a different way because the following year everybody wasn't working from home anymore, so we had to say, okay, well, how are we going to make this work? So we set up 3 different places for people to come and pick up pies, and it was nice because we still got to engage with those people and talk to them. And now it's developed into somewhat of we call it our pie party, right? And it's called for pie's sake, and everyone comes to a location, and we meet with our clients, and some of them stay for a while, some of them take their pie and are on the run. But it turned into a really, really nice event, and we give away a lot of pies on that day, and it's just a really nice time to kick off the holiday season with our clients.
I hope them pies turn into more referrals, right? Most definitely. Pies, pies, them pies. Definitely. You're making me hungry. I want some pie now.
They're good pies too. We actually get them from an orchard, so we don't skimp on the pies.
No, most definitely. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love
Yeah.
it. Just wow. Just in regards of time, I could talk to you forever. But just in regards of time, we'll move towards the end. Um, so what's one thing agents can do today that would strengthen their client relationships? Just one thing.
So a NAR statistic, okay, from this
Mhm.
came from a 2023 report. 43% of all buyers are referred by a friend, neighbor, or relative.
Okay.
Okay. So and I believe that number is 39% of all sellers. That's a really high number.
Mhm.
So instead of chasing cold leads and running after and paying for all kinds of different sources, follow up with your clients, keep in touch, let them know that you care, find out how they're doing. And you don't have to spend a lot of money on any of the mailers that I mentioned. Really, just pick up the phone and call them and ask them how they are.
Definitely. Wow. So just pick up the phone, call them, ask them how they are. So where do you go from here now, Deidre? Like, what's your plans in the near future?
So my team is expanding, and we are the Philadelphia and surrounding market right now. And we are constantly analyzing our business, where it comes from. We, of course, have other avenues of business as well. However, our main focus is our sphere and
Mhm.
our past clients. So we organically expanded to the Pocono market,
Okay.
and that was a result of I've been in the community there for a long time as well, and we had our repeat clients from our Philadelphia market asking, can you help me in the Poconos? Do you have, connections there? Can you come and see this house? So organically, our business just expanded to the Poconos, and we help our buyer and seller clients in the Poconos as well. And I have a team. Our team is growing. I have a team of agents, and the our focus is all the same, right? It's real all about the client and making sure that customer service is top notch, 100% client satisfaction, and growing our team in that capacity. And I really, 100% client satisfaction really leads to more happy clients.
Hello. Well, amen to that. Guys, wow, what an episode. I wish I could speak to you more. Well, we have one last fun question for you. Um, Now, here at the Icons of Real Estate Podcast, we're passionate about making podcasting accessible to all. You get to build relationships and create content at the same time. Now, Deidre, if you had a podcast, what would you call it?
Wow. Um, what would I call it? You're stumping me here, but you know what? If I had a podcast, I think I would call it um, clients first or something along those lines.
That definitely
It's
does
all about
represent
your
you.
clients.
That does represent you. And to be honest, we need more like that because a lot of people are just chasing like the commission instead of actually putting the client first. And when you put the client first, the money comes and they love you, you know? It's very rewarding. But hey, guys, what an amazing episode. So I hope you've taken away some gems. Well, if they wanted to reach out to Deirdre, could they? And how could they contact you?
Yeah, for sure. They can reach me at deidre.quinn@exprealty.com, and they can reach out to me by phone at 267-225-3678, and I'm happy to help them in any way.
Thank you so much, guys. Ethan J. Thomas and Deidre Quinn, another episode at the Icons of Real Estate podcast. Thank you. Thank you so much.